Appoint. Verb. To set, fix or determine a time or place for something such as a meeting, or the meeting itself, by authority or agreement. Doc. Noun. A doctor. Diagnosis. Verb. To determine which disease is causing a sick person's signs and symptoms. To find the diagnosis. Noun. The identification of the nature and cause of an illness. Domains. Noun. A geographic area owned or controlled by a single person or organization. Homemaker. Noun. A person who maintains the administration and upkeep of his or her residence, especially one who is not employed outside the home. One who runs the household. Cage. Noun. An enclosure made of bars, normally to hold animals. Verb. To confine in a cage. To put into and keep in a cage. Beautician. Noun. One who does hairstyling, manicures, and other beauty treatments. Disappeared. Verb. To vanish. Adjective. Often of a political dissident, caused to disappear. Heel. Noun. The rear part of the foot, where it joins the leg. Verb. To follow at somebody's heels. To chase closely. Composition. Noun. The act of putting together. Assembly. Associate. Noun. A person united with another or others in an act, enterprise, or business. A partner. Verb. To join in or form a league, union, or association. Adjective. Joined with another or others and having lower status. Density. Noun. A measure of the mass of matter contained by a unit volume. Burden. Noun. A heavy load. Verb. To encumber with a literal or figurative burden. Digest. Verb. To distribute or arrange methodically. To work over and classify. To reduce to portions for ready use or application. Manual. Noun. A handbook. Listens. Verb. To pay attention to a sound or speech. Mindful. Adjective. Being aware of something, attentive, heedful. Gossip. Noun. Someone who likes to talk about other people's private or personal business. Verb. To talk about someone else's private or personal business, especially in a manner that spreads the information. 40. Noun. A bottle of beer containing 40 fluid ounces. Numeral. The cardinal number occurring after 39 and before 41. Label. Noun. A small ticket or sign giving information about something to which it is attached or intended to be attached. Verb. To put a label, a ticket or sign, on something. Bites. Noun. The act of biting. Verb. To cut into something by clamping the teeth. Lake. Noun. A small stream of running water, a channel for water, a drain. Editing. Verb. To change a text, or a document. Noun. An act or instance of something being edited. Magnetic. Adjective. Of, relating to, operating by, or caused by magnetism. Diving. Verb. To swim under water. Noun. The action of the verb to dive in any sense. Adjective. That or who dives or dive. Excited. Verb. To stir the emotions of. Adjective. Having great enthusiasm. Intensive. Noun. Form of a word with a stronger or more forceful sense than the root on which the intensive is built. Adjective. Thorough. To a great degree. With intensity. Forwarded. Verb. To advance, promote. Cabin. Noun. A small dwelling characteristic of the frontier, especially when built from logs with simple tools and not constructed by professional builders, but by those who meant to live in it. Verb. To place in a cabin or other small space. Figure out. Verb. To come to understand, to discover or find a solution, to deduce. Disappoint. Verb. To sadden or displease someone, by underperforming, or by not delivering something promised or hoped for. Adjective. Disappointed. Gather. Noun. A play or fold in cloth, made by drawing a thread through it. A pucker. Verb. To collect. Normally separate things. Acrobat. Noun. An athlete who performs acts requiring skill, agility and coordination. If. Noun. An uncertainty. Possibility. Condition. Doubt etc. Conjunction. Supposing that. Assuming that. In the circumstances that. Used to introduce a condition or choice. Headhunter. Noun. A savage who cuts off the heads of his enemies, and preserves them as trophies. Directorate. Noun. An agency headed by a director, usually a subdivision of a major government department. Agility. Noun. The quality of being agile. The power of moving the limbs quickly and easily. Quickness of motion. Caregiver. Noun. A carer. Along. Adverb. In company. Together. Preposition. By the length of. In a line with the length of. Lengthwise next to. Harvester. Noun. A person who gathers the harvest. Arguing. Verb. To show grounds for concluding that. To indicate, imply. Noun. Argument. Confess. Verb. To admit to the truth, particularly in the context of sins or crimes committed. Attorney. Noun. A lawyer. One who advises or represents others in legal matters as a profession. Verb. To work as a legal attorney. Lead. Noun. A heavy, pliable, inelastic metal element, having a bright, bluish color, but easily tarnished. Both malleable and ductile, though with little tenacity. It is easily fusible, forms alloys with other metals, and is an ingredient of solder and type metal. Atomic number 82. Symbol Pb. From Latin plumbum. Verb. To cover, fill, or affect with lead. Honest. Verb. To adorn or grace. To honor. To make becoming. Appropriate. Or honorable. Adjective. Of a person or institution. Scrupulous with regard to telling the truth. Not given to swindling, lying, or fraud. Upright. Adverb. Honestly. Really. Impression. Noun. The indentation or depression made by the pressure of one object on or into another. Verb. To manipulate a blank key within a lock so as to mark it with impressions of the shape of the lock, which facilitates creation of a duplicate key. Drops. Noun. A small quantity of liquid, just large enough to hold its own round shape via surface tension, especially one that falls from a source of liquid. Verb. To fall in droplets. Of a liquid. Auditorium. Noun. A large room for public meetings or performances. Labels. Noun. A small ticket or sign giving information about something to which it is attached or intended to be attached. Verb. To put a label, a ticket or sign, on something. Groundsman. Noun. A male groundskeeper. Dusk. Noun. A period of time at the end of day when the sun is below the horizon but before the full onset of night, especially the darker part of twilight. Verb. To begin to lose light or whiteness. To grow dusk. Adjective. Tending to darkness or blackness. Moderately dark or black. Dusky. Dinner. Noun. A midday meal. In a context in which the evening meal is called supper or tea. Verb. To eat a dinner. Characterize. Verb. To depict someone or something a particular way, often negative. Cruel. Verb. To spoil or ruin one's chance of success. Adjective. Intentionally causing or reveling in pain and suffering. Merciless. Heartless. Adverb. To a great degree. Terribly. Galaxy. Noun. The Milky Way. The apparent band of concentrated stars which appears in the night sky over Earth. Honeymoon. Noun. The period of time immediately following a marriage. Verb. To have a honeymoon. A trip taken by a couple after wedding. Begins. Verb. To start, to initiate or take the first step into something. Creative. Noun. A person directly involved in a creative marketing process. Adjective. Tending to create things, or having the ability to create, often, excellently, in a novel fashion, or any or all of these. Army. Noun. A large, highly organized military force, concerned mainly with ground, rather than air or naval, operations. HTTP. Noun. Alternative spelling of HTTP. Next. Noun. The one that follows after this one. Adjective. Nearest in place or position, having nothing similar intervening, adjoining. Adverb. In a time, place, rank or sequence closest or following. Preposition. On the side of, nearest or adjacent to, next to. Assignment. Noun. The act of assigning, the allocation of a job or a set of tasks. Long. Noun. A long vowel. Verb. To take a long position in. Adjective. Having much distance from one terminating point on an object or an area to another terminating point. Usually applies to horizontal dimensions. See usage notes below. Interfaces. Noun. The point of interconnection or contact between entities. 15. Numeral. The cardinal number occurring after 14, 14, and before 16, 16. Massacre. Noun. The killing of a considerable number. Usually limited to people, where little or no resistance can be made. With indiscriminate violence. Without necessity. And contrary to civilized norms. Verb. To kill in considerable numbers where little or no resistance can be made. With indiscriminate violence. Without necessity. And contrary to civilized norms. Often limited to the killing of human beings. Judgment. Noun. The act of judging. Get on. Verb. To board or mount something, especially a vehicle. Interjection. Expresses surprise or disbelief. Drought. Noun. A period of unusually low rainfall, longer and more severe than a dry spell. Associate. Noun. A person united with another or others in an act, enterprise, or business. A partner. Verb. To join in or form a league, union, or association. Adjective. Joined with another or others and having lower status. Imagine. Noun. A short fanfic or prompt placing a reader insert in a novel scenario with a character or celebrity. Verb. To form a mental image of something. To envision or create something in one's mind. Indefinitely. Adverb. In a manner that is not definite. Exceeds. Verb. To be larger, greater than, something. Lazy. Noun. A lazy person. Verb. To laze. Act in a lazy manner. Adjective. Unwilling to do work or make an effort. Disinclined to exertion. Audiobook. Noun. A recording, usually made available for sale, of a reading of the full text or of an abridgment of a book. Going. Verb. To move. Noun. A departure. Adjective. Likely to continue. Viable. Butler. Noun. A manservant having charge of wines and liquors. Verb. To buttle. To dispense wines or liquors. To take the place of a butler. Bend. Noun. A curve. Verb. To cause something to change its shape into a curve, by physical force, chemical action, or any other means. Inform. Verb. To instruct, train, usually in matters of knowledge. Dispatcher. Noun. A message sent quickly, as a shipment, a prompt settlement of a business, or an important official message sent by a diplomat, or military officer. Noun. In a transportation organization, a person who controls the movements of vehicles. Desire. Noun. Someone or something wished for. Verb. To want, to wish for earnestly. Accessories. Noun. Something that belongs to part of another main thing. Something additional and subordinate. An attachment. Employee. Noun. An individual who provides labor to a company or another person. Musician. Noun. A composer, conductor, or performer of music. Specifically, a person who sings and or plays a musical instrument as a hobby, an occupation, or a profession. Bombing. Verb. To attack using one or more bombs. To bombard. Noun. The action of dropping bombs from the air. Noodle. Noun. Usually in the plural, a string or strip of pasta. Verb. To think or ponder. Directorate. Noun. An agency headed by a director, usually a subdivision of a major government department. Farmers. Noun. A person who works the land and or who keeps livestock, especially on a farm. Betray. Verb. To deliver into the hands of an enemy by treachery or fraud. In violation of trust. To give up treacherously or faithlessly. Console. Noun. A standalone cabinet designed to stand on the floor. Especially one that houses home entertainment equipment, such as a TV or stereo system. Knocked. Verb. To strike for admittance. To rap upon, as a door. Impressions. Noun. The indentation or depression made by the pressure of one object on or into another. Verb. To manipulate a blank key within a lock so as to mark it with impressions of the shape of the lock, which facilitates creation of a duplicate key. Fulfillment. Noun. The act of fulfilling. Judgment. Noun. The act of judging. Democratic. Adjective. Pertaining to democracy, favoring democracy, are constructed upon the principle of government by the people. Catch. Noun. The act of seizing or capturing. Verb. Heading. To capture, overtake. Extra. Noun. Something additional, such as an item above and beyond the ordinary school curriculum, or added to the usual charge on a bill. Adjective. Beyond what is due, usual, expected, or necessary. Extraneous. Additional. Supernumerary. Adverb. To an extraordinary degree. Irons. Noun. A common, inexpensive metal, silvery gray when untarnished, that rusts, is attracted by magnets, and is used in making steel. Verb. To pass an iron over clothing or some other item made of cloth, in order to remove creases. Noun. Shackles. Mechanism. Noun. Within a machine or machinery. Any mechanical means for the conversion or control of motion, or the transmission or control of power. Blooming. Verb. To cause to blossom. To make flourish. Noun. The act by which something blooms. Adjective. Opening and blossoms. Flowering. Adverb. Often followed by well, bloody, bleeding, extremely, cheated. Verb. To violate rules in order to gain advantage from a situation. Adjective. Having been deceived. Button. Noun. One who adjusts, especially for the insurance industry's employment title, loss adjuster, or claims adjuster in the United States. Noun. A knob or disc that is passed through a loop or buttonhole, serving as a fastener. Noun. In a violin family instrument, the carved wooden plug which sits in the bottom block of the instrument. East. Noun. One of the four principal compass points, specifically 90 degrees, conventionally directed to the right on maps. The direction of the rising sun at an equinox. Abbreviated as E. Adjective. Situated or lying in or towards the east. Eastward. Adverb. Towards the east. Eastwards. Cultures. Noun. The arts, customs, lifestyles, background, and habits that characterize a particular society or nation. Verb. To maintain in an environment suitable for growth, especially a bacteria. Compare cultivate. Agreement. Noun. An understanding between entities to follow a specific course of conduct. Agreements. Noun. An understanding between entities to follow a specific course of conduct. Nearby. Adjective. Adjacent, near, close by. Adverb. Next to, close to. Midday. Noun. Noon. 12 o'clock during the day. Cassette. Noun. A small flat case containing magnetic tape on 2 reels. Used to record and play back audio and video material. Half. Noun. One of 2 usually roughly equal parts into which anything may be divided. Are considered as divided. Verb. To have. Adjective. Consisting of a half. 1/2. 50%. Adverb. In 2 equal parts or to an equal degree. Preposition. A half hour after. 30 minutes after. Used with the number of the hour. Going. Verb. To move. Noun. A departure. Adjective. Likely to continue. Viable. Imported. Verb. To bring something in from a foreign country. Especially for sale or trade. Verb. To be important. To be significant. To be of consequence. Jury. Noun. A group of individuals chosen from the general population to hear and decide a case in a court of law. Verb. To judge by means of a jury. Found. Verb. To encounter or discover by accident. To happen upon. Noun. Food and lodging. Board. Friendly. Noun. A game which is of no consequence in terms of ranking, betting, etc. Adjective. Generally warm. Approachable and easy to relate with in character. Fundamentals. Noun. Usually in the plural. A leading or primary principle. Rule. Law. Or article. Which serves as the groundwork of a system. An essential part. Noun. The fundamental analysis data. Myself. Pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. Me. As direct or indirect object, the speaker as the object of a verb or preposition. When the speaker is also the subject. Finished. Verb. To complete something. Adjective. Processed or perfected. Father. Noun. A. Generally human, male who begets a child. Verb. To be a father to sire. Individual. Noun. A person considered alone, rather than as belonging to a group of people. Adjective. Relating to a single person or thing as opposed to more than one. Blockbuster. Noun. A high explosive bomb used for the purposes of demolishing extensive areas, such as a city block. Caregiver. Noun. A carer. Dustman. Noun. A person employed to collect refuse from people's homes and take it to be processed. Horse. Noun. Any of several animals related to Equus ferus caballus. Mini. Adjective. Miniature, tiny, small. Marry. Verb. To enter into the conjugal or connubial state, to take a husband or a wife. Coins. Noun. Money. A piece of currency, usually metallic and in the shape of a disc, but sometimes polygonal, or with a hole in the middle. Verb. To make of a definite fineness, and convert into coins, as a mass of metal. Goodbye. Noun. An utterance of goodbye, the wishing of farewell to someone. Verb. To say goodbye, to wish somebody farewell on parting. Interjection. Farewell. A formula used to another person or persons when the speaker, writer, or person addressed is departing. Intend. Verb. Usually followed by the particle to hope, to wish something, or something to be accomplished. Be intent upon. Administration. Noun. The act of administering, government of public affairs, the service rendered, or duties assumed, in conducting affairs, the conducting of any office or employment. Direction. Heated. Verb. To cause an increase in temperature of an object or space. To cause to become hot. Often with up. Adjective. Very agitated, angry or impassioned. Drawn. Verb. To move or develop something. Adjective. Appearing tired and unwell, as from stress. Haggard. Balancing. Verb. To bring items to an equipoise, as the scales of a balance by adjusting the weights. Noun. An action wherein someone balances or something is balanced. Cable. Noun. Material, A long object used to make a physical connection. Verb. To provide with cable. S. Here. Noun. Abstract. This place. This location. Adjective. Filler after a noun or demonstrative pronoun. Solely for emphasis. Adverb. Location. In. On. Or at this place. Interjection. Used semi-assertively to offer something to the listener. Include. Noun. A piece of source code or other content that is dynamically retrieved for inclusion in another item. Verb. To bring into a group, class, set, or total as a new part or member. Announcing. Verb. To give public notice, especially for the first time, to make known. Gadgets. Noun. A thing whose name cannot be remembered. Thingamajig, doohickey. Arrived. Verb. To reach. To get to a certain place. Experts. Noun. A person with extensive knowledge or ability in a given subject. Felt. Noun. A cloth or stuff made of matted fibers of wool, or wool and fur. Fold or rot into a compact substance by rolling and pressure. With lees or size. Without spinning or weaving. Verb. To make into felt, or a felt-like substance. To cause to adhere and mat together. Earring. Noun. A piece of jewelry worn on the ear. Brothers. Noun. Son of the same parents as another person. Verb. To treat as a brother. Exercise. Noun. Any activity designed to develop or hone a skill or ability. Verb. To exert for the sake of training or improvement. To practice in order to develop. Introducing. Verb. Of people. To cause someone to be acquainted with someone else. Compatible. Noun. Something that is compatible with something else. Adjective. Capable of easy interaction. Firefighter. Noun. A person who puts out fires. Happy. Noun. A happy event, thing, person, etc. Noun. Preceded by the happy people as a group. Verb. Often followed by up. To become happy. To brighten up. To cheer up. Adjective. Having a feeling arising from a consciousness of well-being or of enjoyment. Enjoying good of any kind, such as comfort, peace, or tranquility. Blissful. Contented. Joyous. Dairy. Noun. Also dairy products or dairy produce. Products produced from milk. Noun. A place. Often on a farm. Where milk is processed and turned into products such as butter and cheese. Adjective. Referring to products produced from milk. Diseases. Noun. An abnormal condition of a human, animal or plant that causes discomfort or dysfunction. Distinct from injury insofar as the latter is usually instantaneously acquired. Verb. To cause unease. To annoy. Irritate. Balls. Noun. A solid or hollow sphere. Or roughly spherical mass. Verb. To form or wind into a ball. Noun. A formal dance. Verb. Speaking or acting with bravado to achieve something. Adverb. Vary. Intensifier. Ban. Noun. Prohibition. Verb. To summon. To call out. Finalize. Verb. To make final or firm. To finish or complete. Continuing. Verb. To proceed with. Doing an activity. To prolong an activity. Noun. A continuation. Loop. Noun. A length of thread, line or rope that is doubled over to make an opening. Noun. A mass of iron in a pasty condition gathered into a ball for the tilthammer or rolls. Family. Noun. A group of people who are closely related to one another. By blood, marriage or adoption. Kin. For example, a set of parents and their children. An immediate family. Adjective. Suitable for children and adults. Noun. A person belonging to a particular family. A close relative or relation. Mental. Adjective. Of or relating to the mind or an intellectual process. Homework. Noun, work that is done at home, especially school exercises assigned by a teacher. Documentaries. Noun, a film, TV program, publication, etc., which presents a social, political, scientific or historical subject in a factual or informative manner. Algorithm. Noun, a collection of ordered steps that solve a mathematical problem. A precise step-by-step plan for a computational procedure that possibly begins with an input value and yields an output value in a finite number of steps. Ideal. Noun, a perfect standard of beauty, intellect, etc., or a standard of excellence to aim at. Adjective. Optimal, being the best possibility. Night watchman. Noun, someone who guards a premises at night. Defective. Noun, a person or thing considered to be defective. Adjective, having one or more defects. Format. Noun, the layout of a publication or document. Verb, to create or edit the layout of a document. Migration. Noun, an instance of moving to live in another place for a while. Ideal. Noun, a perfect standard of beauty, intellect, etc., or a standard of excellence to aim at. Adjective. Optimal, being the best possibility. Fuel. Noun, substance consumed to provide energy through combustion, or through chemical or nuclear reaction. Verb, to provide with fuel. Features. Noun, one's structure or makeup, form, shape, bodily proportions. Verb, to ascribe the greatest importance to something within a certain context. Computers. Noun, a person employed to perform computations, one who computes. Minus. Noun, the minus sign, minus. Verb, to subtract. Adjective, being a negative quantity, pertaining to a deficit or reduction. Preposition, made less or reduced by, followed by an expression of number or quantity. Cognac. Noun, a brandy distilled from white wine in the region around Cognac in France. Comma. Noun, the punctuation mark, used to indicate a set-off parts of a sentence or between elements of a list. Verb, to place a comma or commas within text. To follow, precede, or surround a portion of text with commas. Diagnosis. Verb, to determine which disease is causing a sick person's signs and symptoms. To find the diagnosis. Noun, the identification of the nature and cause of an illness. Assigned. Verb, to designate or set apart something for some purpose. Cancel. Noun, a cancellation. U.S. non-standard in some kinds of English. Verb, to cross out something with lines, etc. Creme. Noun, a very sugary, fluffy white cream derivative. Napkin. Noun, a serviette, usually rectangular, piece of cloth or paper used at the table for wiping the mouth and hands for cleanliness while eating. Inputs. Noun, the act or process of putting in, infusion. Verb, to put in, put on. Although. Conjunction. Though, even though, in spite of or despite the fact that. Introducing a clause that expresses a concession. Depending. Verb, followed by on or upon. Formerly also by of. To be contingent or conditioned. To have something as a necessary condition. To hinge on. Letters. Noun, a symbol in an alphabet. Verb, to print, inscribe, or paint letters on something. Noun, one who lets, or lets out. Noun, literature. School subject. Noun, an identifying initial of the academic institution that is awarded to a member of a varsity team. It is made from structured cloth and intended to be sewn to a piece of clothing such as a varsity sweater or varsity jacket. Baked. Verb, with person as subject. To cook something in an oven. Adjective, that has been cooked by baking. Haired. Verb, to remove the hair from. Adjective, having hair, not bald or hairless. Compassion. Noun, deep awareness of the suffering of another, coupled with the wish to relieve it. Verb, to pity. Architect. Noun, a professional who designs buildings or other structures, or who prepares plans and superintends construction. Verb, to design, plan, or orchestrate. Meals. Noun, food that is prepared and eaten, usually at a specific time, and usually in a comparatively large quantity, as opposed to a snack. Noun, the coarse ground edible part of various grains often used to feed animals. Flour or a coarser blend than flour. Noun, a speck or spot. Elite. Noun, a special group or social class of people which have a superior intellectual, social or economic status as the elite of society. Adjective, of high birth or social position. Aristocratic or patrician. Blink. Noun, the act of very quickly closing both eyes and opening them again. Verb, to close and reopen both eyes quickly. Competitors. Noun, a person or organization against whom one is competing. Hosted. Verb, to perform the role of a host. Movie. Noun, a recorded sequence of images displayed on a screen at a rate sufficiently fast to create the appearance of motion. Confidently. Adverb, in a confident manner, with confidence, with strong assurance, positively. Insecure. Adjective, not secure. Initial. Noun, the first letter of a word or a name. Verb, to sign one's initial, S, as an abbreviated signature. Adjective, chronologically first, early, of or pertaining to the beginning, cause or origin. Engineers. Noun, a person who is qualified or professionally engaged in any branch of engineering. Verb, to design, construct or manage something as an engineer. Bodied. Adjective, in combination, having a specified form of body. Verb, to give body or shape to something. Increased. Verb, of a quantity, etc. To become larger or greater. Liver. Noun, a large organ in the body that stores and metabolizes nutrients, destroys toxins and produces bile. It is responsible for thousands of biochemical reactions. Adjective, of the color of liver. Dark brown, tinted with red and gray. Activist. Noun, one who is politically active in the role of a citizen, especially one who campaigns for change. Adjective, behaving as an activist. Management. Noun, administration, the use of limited resources combined with forecasting, planning, leadership and execution skills to achieve predetermined specific goals.